Oh shit, I've gotta create some content.
Hey you, it's Kyla Lou, and I can tell you've been working out. If you haven't, you look like you've been working out. So whatever you've been doing, it's working for me. Today, oh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna be splitting this video into 3 parts. 1, what the heck do people mean? I got a hair in my mouth. Let's redo that.
Sound production, take 2.
1, what the heck people mean when they talk about batching content, and does it actually have any benefits? 2, my 3-step strategy to make batching content an absolute breeze. And 3, just some extra tips because I love you. Batching your content is when you designate a specific day to create a week/2 weeks worth of content in order to avoid having to get film ready multiple days of the week and spend the other days editing, posting, and promoting the content that you shot. But for real, I do believe batching your content does have a lot of benefits. Like I mentioned, you don't have to be camera ready multiple days of the week. Ain't nobody got time to look like they got their life together 24/7. If you have a specific set or you have lighting equipment, you only have to set that up 1 day a week. It can help reduce stress, help you stay on a more consistent content schedule, and also help reduce the risk of burnout. Now that you know what batching your content actually is and some of the benefits, let me walk you through my 3-step strategy on how I batch create my content. The first step is content research. And I know that sounds
So boring.
for most of you, but the process I use is pretty simple and easy to do and is not gonna make it so you wanna yeet your phone out the window.
Bye.
The first optional step, sometimes I do this, a lot of time I don't, but take a whiteboard or a notepad and make a list of some content ideas. Now, whether you have some ideas or not, the next step that you're gonna do is set a timer for 15 to 20 minutes, and this step is really important because what you're gonna do is hop on a TikTok and scroll on the For You page. And I don't want you to get stuck there for 3 hours. Been there, done that. Within that time limit, you should pretty easily be able to identify a lot of the trending sounds or ideas, or just find audios that you want to use for your own content. And then what you're gonna do is add those audios or those videos to your favorites, so then you can easily access them when you go to film. Once you've got the ideas flowing, I don't know what I was gonna say. Once you've got some ideas for content, you can either start from scratch and start recording, or you can go into those saved audios and start creating. I personally film most of my TikToks on TikTok itself, but you can totally just use your iPhone camera or a different separate camera and pull up TikTok on like your desktop, so then you can time your videos to the audio you want to use. One thing that I've gotten to the habit of doing is I'll usually set myself a timer to create the content. So I'll look at my watch and be like, okay, I've got an hour to create as many TikToks as I can, and I'll just go to town. And usually this actually helps me be a lot more efficient when creating content, but you've got to figure out what's going to work for you. Another little hack that I have is I usually have a designated filming day every single week. YouTube, I usually always film my content on Mondays, and for TikToks, that's usually Thursdays. I tried doing it all in one day, like where I film all my YouTube content and my TikTok content, and I thought I was gonna die. It was just too exhausting. I couldn't do it. So I split it up and I have 2 designated days that I film those different content on. Now, obviously life happens and you'll have to adjust, but by having some set filming days, it helps me prepare better, show up more consistently, and use my energy more efficiently. One of the traps that I was falling into is I would have a little downtime in my work schedule, and then I'd be like, oh shoot, like, should I film right now? Like, and I'd just be so back and forth, versus if I know, okay, Thursdays, that's the day I set aside to batch create my TikTok content, then on that day I'm gonna create and film, and I don't need to worry about filming content the rest of the week for TikTok. I hope that makes sense. Now, once that timer's set on the days that I've designated to create content on, I'm only focused on filming. So I don't do any editing, like adding text on the screen, cutting clips, adding effects. That is all saved for later, because during that time that I'm filming content, I just want to be able to create as much as I possibly can. If something seems too complicated, I either skip it or save it for a day when I know I can dedicate more time to that. I will also change up my outfit like every 3 to 4 TikToks, because I don't want it to look like I filmed all of this content on the same day. I don't think it actually really matters, but it matters to me. Now, a super hack that I have for you guys, if you're trying to lip sync a video, I have been caught several times trying to actually get the lip sync on point, and it takes me so much longer than it needs to. A little tip for you guys is if you're trying to lip sync to an audio, what you can do is on your TikTok recording screen, just above where you set the duration of the video, you'll see a little bar, and that is your speed. So you'll see 1x speed selected in the middle, and what you can do is actually move that over to the far right, and that will actually film your video quickly, but when you're on the recording screen, you can actually hear it really slowly. So then you can get some practice in, set it back to 1x, and do the lip sync. So sometimes that helps with trying to create lip sync videos quickly. Once you have all of your content filmed, you've batch created all of your content, the third step in the strategy is to edit/post that content. Now, to be honest, if I have the energy after I'm done filming, because filming takes a lot out of you. Like, if you're tired after filming, that's normal. It's exhausting. So if I have the energy after I'm done filming, then usually I'll start editing, but I'll usually edit my content over the next couple of days. I do have to be careful though not to wait too long to start editing my content, because sometimes it's hard to remember the creative ideas I had for the video when I was filming it, and I'll sit there editing the content being like, I had a plan,
but I no longer remember that plan.
I do most of my editing within TikTok itself just because it saves a ton of time, but you can edit your TikToks in another software and upload them to TikTok, add your captions, add your hashtags, and then post that baby when you're ready. So now that you guys know my strategy and my approach when it comes to batching my content and creating content as efficiently as possible, here are some tips and things that I've learned while trying to figure out this whole process. Number one, if you do see a trend pop up and you really want to create a video to that sound, but it's not your normal filming day, set things up really quick, film those 1 or 2 pieces of content, because you know trends change their mind like a girl changes clothes. And so now you have some extra videos, but it's not like you have to create content that day because the content's already been created, and now you just have some extra bonus content that you could add in there. Tip number 2, and I'm not gonna go super deep into this, but you can repurpose a lot of your TikTok content, so now you're covered across the board on a lot of platforms. Number 3, the more prepared you are, the faster your filming will go. And the fourth, piece of advice that I have for you is, if the idea of, filming all of this content on one day is so much more stressful than just getting up and filming the content every day. First of all, do what works best for you. But second, break down the numbers a little bit. If you're so stressed because you're like, oh my gosh, I need to film 50 TikToks on this one day, but then you actually break down the numbers and you realize, okay, maybe I'm only posting 2 times a day, and let's say you take off either Saturday or Sunday because your mental health always comes first to TikTok. And so you can look at it and go, okay, for 6 days of the week, posting 2 times a day, I only need to film 12 pieces of content and I'm covered for the week. That's a lot less overwhelming than thinking, oh, I need to film like 40 to 50 TikToks on this one day. That's stressful. But if you can actually break down the numbers, you can see, okay, this is a lot more manageable. And even if looking at that and going, geez, 12 pieces of content, that's a lot, I don't think I can do that, then adjust your posting schedule. And maybe you're posting just 1 time a day, or maybe you're posting 2 times every other day, right? And then you can film less content on the days that you're batch creating your content. But breaking down the numbers makes it a lot less overwhelming and stressful. You got this. So there you guys go. I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, before I peace out and end this video, I do want to say, creating content is hard and it's exhausting sometimes. And there may be weeks where you feel like you have absolutely 0 ideas, and it's okay. We've all been there. And from my experience and from hearing from other creators' experience, if you're feeling that way, it's okay to take a break, and it's okay to take some time away, because sometimes that is the best remedy for that creative burnout. But hopefully with batching content, you can be as consistent as possible. But don't forget, you're human, and if you need to take time off and you need to just take a break, sometimes that's what's best for your content. So I hope this helped you out. I hope you guys have an absolutely amazing day, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye, dudes. 'Cause I've been living life right like